it's Halloween. Nobody actually cares. By the time we get this up, it'll be next month.
Safe Point Productions, brought to you by Leinenkugel.
That's not actually true. We're not sponsored by Leinenkugel. You have to disclose these things, you know.
Hello!
However, we are sponsored by Brewdog.
Hello!
Or if Brewdog wants to sponsor us. I'm doing my best to interrupt every single one. It's working fabulously.
I'm Sam.
Please do it. I'm Chris.
That's Chris. We're Safe Point Productions.
We are Safe Point Productions.
Formerly known as Spook Point Productions.
Forever gone until next year.
Forever gone for the next 11 months.
Yeah.
Except today. Technically it's October. Halloween as we filmed this.
Spook Point was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have been a little ambitious in that we only had 2 actual horror games. And then I had to kind of make lemons out of lemonade when we realized, we don't have any more scary games to play.
We hit really high notes on the first 2, and then Alien Isolation is like a scary game in its own right, but it's not like
it takes a while, and we started from the beginning.
There also aren't like moments of scary. It's more just like you're scared the whole time.
There are later on in the game.
Well,
but yeah, it is a lot about tension though too, because I mean that's how it sets it up like the movie where it's just constant stress.
What you don't realize if you watched the Alien Isolation video, which you should, it's a good video.
Mm-hmm.
That was our longest continuous filming session ever, even including podcasts.
About an hour and 45 minutes.
That was, and the video itself was maybe like 13 to 15 minutes.
Oh, got so much out of it.
Editing that took me a year, because it just like, I don't know, just gonna figure out. It's a great game.
It's a really good game.
It's
I
just
like it
not scary at the beginning, and we filmed a lot at the beginning.
You know how much I bought it for?
$6.
$8.
Shoot, I was
you were close. I found it at Target on Sawmill Road in Powell. They had this bin.
Which we don't live near.
They had this. We don't. I used to, but I don't anymore. I've never said where we lived. I can mention specific things, and that's fine. I'm not going to say, hey, the Walmart on whatever, Bethel Road, and they'll be like, oh, they live on Bethel. No, I've just been to that Walmart. But they had a bin full of these Alien Isolation. There were seriously like 40 of them there, and they were all like $8. Granted, this was also in like February, like 2 years after the game released. So
that was like, so I meant to take a picture and send it to you, but so Chris has a bit of a collection of the Black Series figures for Star Wars.
Yes.
And I texted you about it, I think.
Sort of. It's really just the characters I like.
I was at this like mall for my job.
If anyone finds a Darth Revan that they don't want, please send it to me. He's like my favorite Star Wars character, and I can't get my hands on him.
P.O. Box 1234. We don't have a P.O. box.
Not true. Just DM me.
Slide into the DMs.
Hey.
But so for my job, I go to college fairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to the weird college fair that was in a mall in Cincinnati, Ohio.
That is really weird.
Yeah, it was a weird fair. I was across from a Hot Topic. Like, it was me here, and I just watched, looked into a Hot Topic.
You could see all the scene kids walking in and out.
Yeah, they kind of looked
probably
at me
not going to college.
No. If no, scene kids don't go to college.
Look at me.
And I went to this
I used to be a scene kid.
It was like this comic book / collectibles store, and they had this rack. It was about probably 5 or 6 hooks sticking out on it.
Gross.
Every single one of them only had the Jyn Erso figure.
Which blows my mind. I don't understand why people don't like Jyn Erso.
They had at least 30 of them, but probably more.
That's a lot of Jyn Ersos.
It was obscene. I almost wanted to just buy them all just to have this army of Jyn, or just hide them places. Go to people's houses and put Jyn Erso somewhere in their house. They're gonna find later.
I'd watch the movie of 30 Jyn Erso clones.
They
all say really, really lame lines that get cut out of the movie later.
But it'd be I would go to the bathroom.
It's a rebellion, isn't it?
And behind the toilet paper, I would put this
a Jyn.
So later they'd be or I'd put in the toilet paper roll. So they'd be
so there's just a big lump in it,
and they're like, oh, what?
And then they wipe their butt with it.
Well, I meant inside. Gosh, does not sound comfortable.
And they're like, oh, sweet.
But yeah. So the moral of the story is, if you ever find a Jyn Erso hidden somewhere in your house, it means I went through it. I went through with this plan. As a side note, before we get too far underway, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this bright yellow, somewhat audacious scarf,
I wasn't.
Ole, 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 ole. We have neighbors. I don't want to be.
It's like a soccer thing, right?
Yes. Okay. So I went to the Columbus Crew game tonight.
That's cool, I guess.
Columbus Crew SC Sporting Club, 4-1, first leg of the playoffs versus New York City FC. Glory to Columbus. You're wearing a Columbus, Ohio shirt, so that's a lot.
I am wearing a Columbus, Ohio shirt. I don't follow soccer. So.
Well, football actually would have been correct also.
Not here in the States.
You would have been right either way.
Not here in the States. It's not. Football, my friend, is a completely different sport.
Speaking of football, your Chiefs, big game Monday night. They did well.
Bank Denver Broncos, man. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah. Chiefs are looking good.
Yeah, they are, man. 6-2, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Tied for the second best record in the league. Everyone is trailing by some miracle of the Eagles.
The only loss that I think is sort of justified was against Pittsburgh because they just played really well. There's a lot of BS coming out of the Oakland game. It was a great game, but man, that was rough.
Yeah, the Oakland game was hard for you guys.
The Oakland game was hard for us, and I mean, it's like, of course, I have a certain amount of bias. I'm a fan of a particular football team, but I legitimately think they should not have lost that game. Some very, very poor calls, and I'm not. For context for you guys, I'm not the type to get super into sports.
Or I don't think I'm super angry about sports, but that too.
No, super into sports, just in general. But I mean, I have like a surface level. I appreciate the teams that I do for various reasons. Most of them are like for hometown or friends' hometown or whatever. I realize that the sports teams that I like are kind of eclectic. But, you know, when you're a military kid, you've lived all over the place. San Antonio Spurs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Sporting Crew.
No. OSU. But I don't get super into sports, and even when on the unlikely chance that I'm super into whatever it is at the time, I'm not the kind of person that makes the excuse of, man, there was a bad call, so the refs just didn't like us. The refs straight up did not like the Kansas City Chiefs that night, man. It was bad. It was real bad. I don't think we should have won that. I do. I mean, the Steelers blew Chiefs out of the water in that game, man. It was rough. I was like, I can't even be mad at it. They're playing.
The thing
well.
with the Steelers are one of those teams where they have a lot of the same pieces they've won Super Bowls with before.
Yeah,
and they just they'll have games where you're like, wow, that's the best team in the league. And then they'll have games where you're like, oh, they're poopy bad.
The Chiefs have had rough run-ins with the Steelers the last few years. They'll demolish just about everybody else they come in contact with, and then they get the Steelers usually in the playoffs, and the Steelers just knock us right out. I think they're the ones that knocked us out last year.
Yeah, Steelers are scary in the play. Big Ben is a scary quarterback in the playoffs.
Ben Worthlessberger.
Ben Rapelessberger, as I prefer to call him.
What a terrible human being. So how are you tonight, Sam?
I'm good. My voice is a little bit gone because of the game. A lot of yelling.
Yeah.
I was cold. It was like 30 degrees out during the game.
It's also midnight right now as we're recording this.
It's late.
Here's the thing, though. Technically, it was Spook Point until the next 2 minutes, and then it's November, and now we can listen to Christmas music.
Yay!
You know what that means? August Burns Red Christmas album.
Best Christmas album.
It really is. It really is.
Also, Michael Bublé's Christmas album, Josh Groban's Christmas album, Justin Bieber's Christmas album, NSYNC's Christmas album.
NSYNC, I'll give you.
They don't even dog on the NSYNC Christmas. Josh Groban, what? You won't even give me Josh Groban's Noel? That album's amazing.
No, I don't. I've never heard it, so I can't say
Great
anything.
album.
I haven't heard it, so you know what is great? Relient K's Christmas album, though, too.
Their 12 Days of Christmas is my favorite version of that song.
That's a really good one. Because it's so lighthearted. Their Sleigh Ride is my favorite song that they do.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Music Point Part 3.
Dude, always Music Point.
But no, how about you, Chris? You been doing all right?
Dude, I've had a rough couple weeks, man. My car broke down. For you guys who don't know, a piston shaft or a piston rod broke and blew a hole in my engine block. And so the car I've had for the past few years, my first car, the Independence that I call her, she's done.
Rip.
Yeah, R.I.P. the Independence. So I'm in the process of, I'm actually applying for a loan, and I'm gonna get a newer car because she was a 2001 Honda CR-V, and I've been looking at some newer stuff around the 09 2010 thing, about 10,000.
Hey, if you get an 09 or newer, you can be an Uber driver.
Hey,
I just found out tonight.
I don't want to be an Uber driver. Although I might. It depends on the money I get.
I was gonna say you can make good money.
Yeah. Granted,
you have to destroy your car.
Granted, you'd have to deal with the people, which is why I don't want to. I barely like talking to the people.
Yeah,
I see every day.
If you Uber drive down on campus, like have fun with like drunk college kids and drunk high school kids who are college parties. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which is like the majority of people on campus. Really, we go to that Club Bullwinkles, and it's like. They're like all 18.
I think when you say we go to Bullwinkles, I think you mean we went to Bullwinkles.
That's true. We've been to Bullwinkles.
Bullwinkles in the summer was better because it's like the high school kids don't go in the summer.
Yeah.
So summer's like there's like half the normal crowd there.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that there's not as many people there though either.
I'd rather go less people.
That being said,
all of them being
literally any club on in the Short North is better than Bullwinkles.
Not any. There's a couple.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying to go to Axis.
Look, I liked it. It wasn't a bad club.
Axis is lit.
It wasn't a bad club. I may not be gay, but it was. I walked in, I was like, yeah, it's cool.
Union gets kind of lit. Oddfellows is the best one though. Get some of that late night slice. Watch some Magic School Bus up on a wall.
Do love Oddfellows, man. Oh.
Yeah, it took you a minute to realize which one Oddfellows was, but then you realized it.
Well, what's funny is I didn't recognize the name the last time we went there, and I went, oh, this is Oddfellows. I've been there like 3 or 4 times before that.
Well, because
I didn't realize that was the name of the bar.
Because Oddfellows is like a parking lot basically. Next to an actual
bar.
Well,
they've got essentially the space between buildings, like fenced off, and then they put a big projector up there. They got a late night slice food truck and tables and stuff, and even an outdoor bar in a truck, which is really cool. But then there's a doorway into the bar, but there's no signage inside or outside of the bar that really has the name. So I had no idea that was the name of the place.
There's one sign, but it's hard to see at night.
Yeah, I had no idea that was the name of the place when you suggested that. This time we went out there, I was like, oh, this is cool. I've never been here. And then we walk into this place, I went, I've been here a bunch of times. I love this place.
Oddfellows is great.
Oddfellows is awesome. I really like 16-bit.
16-bit's great. Well, that's not like Short North. That's like actually like downtown.
Oh, I didn't know we were sticking to Short North.
Well, no, yeah, 16-bit's great though.
No, Oddfellows is definitely my favorite Short North bar. 16-bit's one of my favorite Columbus bars.
Seventh Sons is my favorite Short North bar.
Is that on Short North? Is that in Short North?
Seventh Sons is technically Short North, I think.
Yeah, that's so far.
North High. I would put North High.
North High Brewing is really good too. I don't know that I'd put that over Oddfellows just for the vibe of the place, because there's always less people at North High Brewing than there are at Oddfellows.
There's like nobody at North High Brewing.
And it's like, which I think there's better beer at North High, because I like North High Brewing.
Oh, good.
But at Oddfellows, you really go for the atmosphere. It's not like they've got like a ton of beer choices there.
Yeah. But they have pizza. Late night slice.
They do have pizza.
Late night slice is so good.
I love it.
My favorite late night slice is the one across the street on High Street from Old North.
Mm-hmm. Old North Arcade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Old North Arcade, which used to be awesome, but now is just flooded with people.
I still like Old North Arcade.
I want to like it. I really do.
I still like it, and the Space Bar is you can see it from the doors of Old North Arcade. And I really like the Space Bar because they book a lot of local shows and bands and stuff.
Space Bar is great.
That's where we're going to go see Comrades and Levi the Poet and Listener.
Yeah, it works out with my flight. My flight leaves at 5 a.m. the next morning. So I'm gonna go to a concert, sleep for like 2 hours.
Be tired, dude.
Get up. I have multiple school visits. Like I landed
on the flight. How long's your flight?
Where
are you flying
5 hours. I fly to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte to Dallas.
Sleep, dude.
And I'm going
on the
to.
Plane. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
stay up. Don't sleep that 2 hours because you'll kill any momentum that you have. Chug a Red Bull. Stay up those 2 hours. Sleep on the plane.
Not a bad idea, actually.
I fly a lot.
It's true.
That's what I do.
I land in Dallas at 10 a.m. I have a school visit at like 11:30. So I've got to like land, like get changed into my work clothes, like get my stuff together, and just like grab my rental and like go to a school visit.
Dallas is a fantastic airport, though.
Yeah, I like Dallas.
I don't like the city. I do like the airport. I've been through the airport many, many times, and I like the layout of it because it's very circular. It's essentially there are like these 4 or 5, almost like pods. It's like these big circular things, and then you take a tram between them. But all the gates are really, really easy to find, and there's all sorts of food and vendors and stuff if you need anything else while you're there. But each individual section of it is like a mall. They're all huge. Each individual one could be its own airport. Like that's how freaking big it is.
Denver was the same way, but Denver's got like a ridiculous amount of space between terminals. So you're
Denver sucks to get around. Denver Airport sucks to get around. Well, just because of how far.
Denver also sucks to get around.
Valid. But I mean, no, I agree. There's so much space in between all the terminals. If you land in one terminal and your connecting flight is in another, and you land close to like half an hour, your next flight's taking off, you're not going to make it.
When I landed there,
you better run.
It took me
fucking haul ass
to get from walking off the plane, so not like landing, but walking off the plane to get my bag to get my rental car, well over an hour.
Oh yeah, Denver Airport is nice. Again, if either you're getting out of there or if your connecting flight is in the same terminal. Otherwise, it's awful to get around.
It's like a 5-minute train ride between each terminal.
Oh yeah, you're not getting anywhere fast.
And then baggage claim its own terminal.
It's too spread out.
So far
they need to
apart.
Condense it.
Yeah, no, it's too far apart. But I'm bummed. The biggest bummer of my trip to Texas is I can't go down to Austin, San Antonio.
That's a shame.
I'm not going to be able to have time. This doesn't work out.
There's still many great Texas-y things to do in Dallas. Go to Rudy's. Bring me some sauce.
I'm going to Rudy's for sure. I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Text me when you do. Tell me all about it.
Hi, I'm at Rudy's.
We're going to talk about it on the podcast because it's the best barbecue place in Texas.
See, I'm excited because I've been on the road. I've eaten probably at 10 to 15 different barbecue places around America with my job. Colorado's barbecue is awful. Don't get Colorado barbecue. None of it was good.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
It was all bad. Maybe the best place I've been to.
Context for the audience. I'm from Kansas City, and I'm a big, big, big barbecue fan because of it.
Kansas City barbecue is so good. To be honest, one of my favorites is Ray's here in Columbus.
Ray
Ray's is so good.
Which is going to be on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives soon. Which I'm excited about. And I do agree. That's the best barbecue in Columbus. Like, no contest. That's
best barbecue in Columbus. Well, there's a place. Remember that I texted that shack I went to in Cincinnati? I found a barbecue shack on like the north side of Cincy.
I don't recall.
I found a barbecue shack on the north side of Cincy.
Oh, no, yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah,
I don't remember the name of it. It was really good.
That's pretty cool.
It was in that weird spot where like the sauce was like average, but the meat was sort of the best cooked meat I've ever had.
It's got to have good sauce or I'm not going to be into it.
The sauce was like about the same level like City Barbecue sauce.
City Barbecue sauce is just okay though.
Exactly. It's average.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I deal with City Barbecue. You know what I mean? Because it's cheaper than going to Ray Ray's all the time. But I mean, I'm not going to be. That's just like a Kansas City thing. If sauce isn't good, then I'm not going to be super into it. Because Kansas City is I mean, it's you want that real smoky quality out of the meat, and then every other flavor that you're trying to get out of your barbecue goes into the sauce.
Yeah, Kansas City barbecue style sauce is probably my second favorite style of sauce.
Traditional, it's weird because Kansas City sauce is sort of known for being sweet. Yeah. Real, and it is. It's molasses based, but I mean, traditional Kansas City style barbecue sauce is also spicy, which for whatever reason a lot of people don't know, unless you're either in Kansas City or you're really into barbecue and like barbecue culture, which is a really strange sentence to say.
Barbecue culture.
Oh, dude, it's I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple barbecue based podcasts that I listen to on my work. It's awesome. It makes me really hungry. I go to City Barbecue every time.
I can get down with a barbecue podcast.
It's a lot of fun to listen to. Everyone's got these wonderful accents. It's so much fun. But yeah, it's like traditional Kansas City style barbecue sauce is both sweet and spicy. Stuff like Gates, I think, is probably the most well known one. And it's also my personal favorite Kansas City barbecue place is Gates Barbecue. So, I mean, if any of you are ever in Kansas City, go to Gates. Or Smokehouse. Also Smokehouse. Very, very good. Smokehouse is the one I grew up on, and that's my dad's favorite. And he's always got, 3 or 4 bottles of that stuff in the house, which is why one of the reasons I love visiting my parents.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I love barbecue, man. I'm all about it. And living up here, there's not a lot of barbecue.
No.
So, yeah, if any of our listeners are in Ohio, Ray Ray's Barbecue, there's one...
Short North?
There's one, it's like a truck, I think, out in the Short North, and it's only open on the weekends.
Yeah, it's like open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think. Maybe Sunday, too.
I think it's Friday through Sunday. And then there's a Westerville one that's open Monday through Saturday. But, normal hours. It's open from, 11 to 8.
Something like
that.
Yeah. They will run out of meat, though.
They will?
They
will. It's very, very small. However, they just opened their drive-through, which I'm excited about. I think Guy Fieri went to the food truck one out on the Short North, Which makes sense. That's where they built their name.
Best sauce I've had on the road though, place down in Louisville, Kentucky. No, it might have been near Lexington. It was in between Louisville and Lexington.
Okay.
I cannot remember the name of it. I can get the name later. But they did what they called what he basically the owner wanted to become Kentucky style sauce.
Sure.
Bourbon based barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because bourbon, Kentucky, and he was like,
Kentucky is known for its bourbon.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
That sounds really cool.
Also, I've been big into vinegar sauces, like vinegar-based sauce, that I never used to like.
Not into it.
But I've been big into them lately.
So it's like Carolina kind of stuff?
Not even Carolina. Like I was at
because that's the Carolina barbecue consists basically of just throwing some vinegar on pulled pork. Like it's
but I was at this place called Steamboat Barbecue up in Wheaton.
Steamboat Willie.
Near Wheaton. There's one in Wheaton. There's one in Schaumburg, kind of in the western suburbs of Chicago, and they had like a thicker vinegar. Because usually vinegar, I don't want to just pour vinegar on my meat.
Vinegar sauces are usually pretty thin. That's interesting.
But it was still thinner than regular sauce.
Sure.
But it was like thicker than normal vinegar sauce.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, I think like vinegar-based sauce tend to be the more common. I think you're more used to the thicker molasses style stuff just because you live with me. Because that's what Kansas City style does.
Well, that's just normal barbecue sauce anyway. It's just barbecue sauce is.
Well, I mean, like common, like Casey Masterpiece or something like that, which I'm not into.
Or Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's is the best like store-bought barbecue sauce.
Overrated. Don't like
it.
But
it's what else are you gonna get? Like Montgomery Inn.
I'm picky.
Like Montgomery Inn's okay.
You know what Sweet Baby Ray's does make though is a fantastic wing sauce.
Yeah, their wing sauce is awesome.
Their wing sauce is probably my favorite. Red Hot's is up there too. Not specifically Red Hot sauce, but Red Hot makes wing sauce.
Frank's Red Hot.
What did I say?
You said Red Hot, but do you mean Frank's Red Hot, or is there a different company called Red Hot?
No, Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah, no, their like wing sauce is amazing.
I kind of go back and forth between which one I like more, but all it makes me do is want chicken wings. I'm like salivating right now.
All I can think about is barbecue
and chicken wings. It's midnight, and I'm sitting here going.
All we have in the house are eggs.
No, I've got some chicken wings in the fridge right now. Some chicken wings and some leftover Mexican.
Leftover Chipotle.
No, I went to a Mexican place with my parents while they were in town. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. It was somewhere out in Tuttle.
Who serves barbecue at midnight?
Huh?
Who serves barbecue at midnight on a Tuesday?
No one. Our area of town isn't open past 10.
Steak and Shake and IHOP. Thank you very much.
I do like IHOP.
International House of Poop.
I'm not going to lie. A late night IHOP run doesn't sound half bad.
I just want barbecue. It's all that I want right now. All I can think about. Literally, I'm like, if Ray Ray's is open
you brought
tomorrow,
up IHOP and I'm like, ooh, I could do with some bacon.
Wait, is Ray Ray's open on Wednesdays?
Westerville is.
Like, I have, like, it's like a 45-minute round trip drive for me.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably longer than that.
But it would totally be worth it tomorrow.
I mean, it's even like 20 minutes from where I work, and I work in Westerville. But that's only because of traffic at like 5:30.
Yeah,
so.
well, I mean, I'd be doing it like noon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can make it easy. I mean, yeah, like 40-minute there and back.
Ooh, I might. Barbecue point.
Bring me some leftovers. Buy me a sandwich, put it in the fridge.
You said you had a topic like a long time ago.
I do have a topic.
Hit me.
I didn't say it on the podcast. I said it before we started recording.
Pre-production.
Hey,
Patreon users get to see that part of that.
That's not how that works.
It's not true. We don't.
We've been talking about restructuring our Patreon forever. We haven't done crap.
Which will come.
We'll do it at some point.
As a side note,
to
our patron Jeff, you're the man.
Hey,
to our future patrons who are watching this right now,
we've got some cool content coming for you.
Yeah, Patreon specific stuff. If you like,
we're gonna start working on soon.
If you like the idea of Chris not wearing a shirt, then give to our Patreon. Be a patron.
If you want to see all this shirtless, you know what I'm saying? You can come see that anytime you want. You can just come over.
We'll have to put it on Vimeo.
Not YouTube,
friend.
Because we don't want to get age gated.
It'll go right next to Me on Vimeo.
Help! Please don't look that up.
Don't watch Me. Please don't watch it.
They introduced me to that last time we talked about it. It was just awful. So my topic, now that it is officially November, which means Christmas season.
Is it after midnight now?
It is after midnight, but also when this uploads,
yeah,
it'll be November.
Hi, November 4th.
Heyo.
Or 3rd.
We recorded this on Halloween.
Well, this is November.
I forgot to light the Street Fighters. Hand me Ryu. I'll do him. But it is also unnaturally cold in Columbus right now. The last week has sat with lows of 30s and highs of 40s.
It snowed on Saturday.
Snowed last Saturday, and I can't get over it. I hate it so much.
Awesome.
We got like a week of actual fall, and I'm upset about it.
I love fall, but dude,
fall is my
snow
favorite.
On Saturday, I was freaking out.
Fall is my favorite, and I hate winter. I don't like the cold. I don't like the snow. I don't want any of it. I want it to be comfortably chilly. And that's as far as it goes. I will accept winter until January 1st. On the 2nd, it better be hot outside. Which is not how it works, so I'm just upset from January through March. Seasonal depression.
Seasonal depression. What is a real thing? If you struggle with that, I'm sorry.
I used to have it.
A happy light.
But my thing was I was thinking about this earlier today. Due to the cold weather and the actual literal snow in Columbus, I got to thinking about video games, of course, and how
natural connection.
I could look at a rock and figure out some sort of video game connection.
Just look at a rock and think how it's part of Knack.
Actually, my first thought went to this big rock that's on Valhalla from Halo 3. When I think rock, I think of this one particular rock where if you start in the red base and go off the man cannon and off to the side, there's a pod with an SMG, a mongoose. The brute shot is a little farther down, and there's this rock. They'll know what that means.
I don't have words.
They'll know what that means. I don't think you understand how much of my life I spent in Halo 3.
Go watch a Halo 3 video.
It's a good one. It's my personal favorite video. One. It is long, and I'm okay with that. I don't care if you're okay with that or not, because it was really fun to edit and film.
It's not my personal favorite, only because the Dead Space video exists. But
Dead Space one's really good. Also, I really like the Dying Light one.
Dying Light's fun.
Talk about making lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah,
I understand I said that the other way around. That was the joke.
Dying Light, in the process of filming, there was some genuine anger on Chris's part.
I was so upset.
Well, apparently,
he skipped a cutscene that literally set up everything else that we were going to do in the video.
We were like,
because there was too much talking. He hadn't gotten into the scary part. That was going to be the spooky point of the spook point video.
It's because Caleb
skipped it.
Caleb had to go check out an apartment in like half an hour, and I just wanted to make sure I had enough time to do it. And I didn't realize how fast I would get through the next section.
I was upset. That cutscene laid the atmosphere for the rest of it, and you just went right by it. I was like, "This isn't scary anymore."
And then the atmosphere is goofy for the rest of it.
We got a good video out of it. Though.
It was fun.
I was
a lot of fun.
Upset. That was all.
I pulled some.
I did nothing because I said almost nothing for the rest of the video.
You're
so mad.
You're like viscerally angry.
I was upset.
It was a lot of fun.
There was a lot of salt on me that
night. Rocks to video games to winter to video games. Were you thinking about like Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games, or like where do you
No. Where I was going and what I was curious is that there are lots and lots of winter environments in video games, and oftentimes those segments are they can be some of my favorites. I mean, you get to some stuff like platformers I'm not typically crazy about.
Because ice levels suck.
Ice levels suck in platformers, but there are other winter environments games that I really, really enjoy. My brain goes like Last of Us and Skyrim and that sort of deal. And so I was curious, what are some of your favorite either winter segments or environments in video games?
The Last of Us, the LA part in The Last of Us.
I knew
that's the best part of that game. That is literally the best part of Last of Us is the LA segment.
I would say the best part.
That's up there. It has to be top 3 or 4.
I'll give it top 3. It's anytime I think of the best of Last of Us, I go to two things hit me simultaneously. One is the scene in the hospital at the end.
Yeah,
of course. And then 2 is the when you're in the hotel and the power goes out.
Oh, that's so scary.
Oh, man. And that whole hotel segment is awesome. I love that whole
hotel segment. The scary part of that game for me was when you're in like the sewers.
When you're going through the train station?
That part, and then also when you're in like
really early on,
when you find that commune that have been like living in the sewers.
Oh yeah,
and they're all turned, and it's super creepy because there's like baby dolls everywhere, but also like clickers.
That was rough, yeah.
But no, the other one that comes to mind, surprisingly, in Super Mario 64, it's like the third world you go to. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
With the baby penguin and the slide.
Yeah,
and all that stuff. Yeah, that's actually one of the ones I was thinking.
That's a snow level done well. Done really well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the slide race. I like the little penguin that walks around that sounds like a car alarm.
Yeah.
Everything about that. I like trying to find like the other halves of the snowman.
Is there a snow level in Galaxy? I can't remember.
It's been a long time since I played
Galaxy. Is the last Super Mario game I've played. I never played Galaxy 2, and I haven't played Odyssey yet because no Switch. If you want to give me a Switch, please do.
I want to play Odyssey so badly. You have no idea.
It might have topped Breath for
Patreon.com/SavePoint videos, and you can help us get a Switch.
Please.
And then we'll make Super Mario videos for you.
It's actually SavePoint Productions on the Patreon.
Is it production?
The only SavePoint videos is the Twitter.
All right.
But all that's production.
Good enough.
But here's the thing about the reason why Odyssey has surpassed Breath for game I want to play the most on the Switch
is because it's Super Mario.
Well, no, because
that's the reason for me.
With open world games,
it's not open world.
No, but I'm talking about
it's a linear game.
No, but with Breath.
Oh yeah.
Like I love the idea of Breath, and I want to play Breath very badly. If I want to play a great open world game, I can go play Horizon. I can go play like a slew of Witcher 3. There's a slew of them on PlayStation.
Oh, and they're not slowing down anytime soon.
There's not a platform.
I would say in the case of Zelda though that it's not just an open world game. It definitely takes a lot of new. It's got a lot of new approaches to open world mechanics. Whereas something like Horizon, which I love, but it didn't feel like it did anything new.
Well, no.
It just felt like the best of everything.
Don't get me wrong. I
awesome.
want to play Breath really badly.
Yeah,
but at this stage of my life, Odyssey feels like something I would rather play.
Well, yeah, one, because it looks so much like Super Mario Sunshine or 64 or Galaxy, and that's the kind of Super Mario that I love.
Which are three of the best games of all time.
Absolutely.
Easily, hands down. Galaxy 1 is better than Galaxy 2, don't at me.
It's probably true.
Don't do it. I see you pulling out that phone to tweet at me. Don't do it.
I think it's got better level design, but I actually like that Super Mario Galaxy 2 did not have the hub world.
I loved the hub world. The hub world's one of my favorite parts of Galaxy 1.
I actually didn't like it.
I think I'm a minority for liking it.
Probably.
A lot of people I know don't like it. I loved it.
I think Galaxy 1 also had the better soundtrack. You have to play Galaxy 2 before you can make that judgment.
Yeah, I can't. I'm just thinking about how
I think
much...
we both agree that Super Mario 64 has the best Mario soundtrack of all time. Sunshine's up there, too.
I was going to say maybe Sunshine, but probably 64.
I'll say 64 just because it's a little more varied. Sunshine is all, beat tropical.
But no,
which I don't have a problem with. I love tropical things.
So real quick while I'm thinking about it. So I'll give you three for my wintry games. So the first one I thought of was The Last of Us Ellie segment.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not a spoiler. Like you play as Ellie for a section. It's winter and it's amazing.
Also, if you haven't played Last of Us at this point, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, just do it.
Go play it.
Just do it.
I'm about to spoil it for you. You ready? They both die.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
The world is dead.
That's why they're making a second one. That's not actually true. Go play it. It's an amazing game.
That world, I don't know what it's called, but the world, I guess it's like the third or fourth world.
I don't know why I can't remember the name.
Super Mario 64 with the penguin slides.
Yep.
I'll call it Penguin World.
Penguin World.
And the fourth one for me
what is it called?
Is Christmas Time and Bully.
Ooh.
Christmas Time and Bully is there's so many good Christmassy missions, and there's the snows everywhere, and it just feels like Christmas time.
I dig it.
You could also insert into there like the one other that I'll throw in there as my favorite, one of my favorite mini games ever in a Zelda game is sledding in Twilight Princess.
Heck yeah, that's fun. A fun one. I played that one for hours, man. I would just do that over and over again.
It was so much fun.
It was a blast.
But yeah, so those are like my
it handled way better than a Zelda snowboarding minigame should have.
No, I would play that. If it was an actual game, I would play that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
100%.
Shoot with a couple.
Sure. And really what this is less of snowy environment and more of games that just remind me of winter. And so my first thought is always actually Skyrim.
Right.
One, because it came out in the winter, and I mean, it takes place in the
north.
It's
just a winter. It's a winter game
of Elder Scrolls, and yeah, it's a game that I do like to play. And it's like when you get into the northern environments of it, it's like it's just you feel cold. There's something that's so immersive about that, and the way they made it look. Everything's kind of dark and gray.
It could also be how low we keep the heat in our apartment. That could just be it.
We have the heat on too. It still gets cold in here.
We have the heat on as low as we can to not die.
Yeah.
And let our pipes freeze.
Yeah, help us, please. Send help. Fires.
Give us heat money.
I don't want to say The Last of Us just because you have that on your list, and I feel like there's. But I mean, that one's definitely up there for the LA. The LA segment is just wonderful,
good.
wonderful. I was going to say Super Mario 64, and you took that one from me too. So now I'm kind of back. Would a game entirely about snowboarding count? Because my mind goes like to SSX 3.
Ooh, I'll think Shaun White like 1080.
Ugh. Okay, 1080 and Shaun White, two different things. Shaun White snowboarding came out on the 360.
I just combined two different properties.
And 1080 snowboarding's been around for a lot longer.
Because 1080 was on the 64, and that game was incredible.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I haven't played it since I was about 8. And it was awesome when I was 8.
It was all about snowboard kids on the 64, man. Regardless, SSX 3 was the first one to add the ability to... It essentially, you had like 3 mountains that you could pick from in the game. And if you did just like this sort of free roam mode... You could like airdrop onto like these different parts on the mountain, and then just go all the way down. So I mean, you could potentially drop at the very top of the mountain and ride all the way down in like one seamless segment, as opposed to sticking to tracks on that sort of thing. What's cool is that there are so many events on the thing. Is that as you're going down, there are all these different branching paths, so you can't experience everything in one ride. You got to go back through over and over again. And I mean, as you go on, the mountains get bigger progressively. And that was all really, really cool. And that's one of my favorite winter games to play is SSX. I really like it a lot.
I like that a lot.
And that was super, super fun. I'm kind of I'm sort of blanking on everything else because my answers are literally Last of Us, SSX, and Super Mario.
I guess because in general, a lot of...
Actually, here's my is all of the Nepal segments from Uncharted 2. Which that's another Naughty Dog game on the list.
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
I don't know anything of that either.
You feel cold.
And it's one of those games that came out in the holidays, so it's like I sort of equate that with the colder weather too.
Yeah, it's a great segment.
And it's just what a fantastic game.
Yeah.
One of the greatest of all time, I think.
I'm not thinking there's anything else that I'm forgetting. Like Mass Effect had some snow stuff, Lost Planet.
There was the opening segment of Destiny 2. When you land on the mountain immediately after losing your light. Which, I mean, gorgeous.
The
skybox
when you come to the top of the mountain is the most beautiful shot I've ever seen in a video.
Gorgeous segment. Oh.
Hands down.
I've got another one for you. There's a level in the first Halo game called Assault on the Control Room.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is one of my favorite levels in all of Halo. And I'm surprised I didn't think of that one first. It's actually one of my favorite things ever. I just kind of blanked. I panicked.
It's like hard to think of these things on the spot.
It really is. I should have prepared them beforehand, but I did not.
That's the fun of it. Is this?
Yeah, and I really like that one. It's the first mission that you have access to a Banshee and also a Ghost. Don't quote me on that. You might be able to get a Ghost earlier than that, but I mean, it was really vehicle heavy, which is really, really cool. You were constantly going indoor and outdoor. Like the level design in that level is just superb, which is really funny because, I mean, you could tell that Bungie had to cut a lot of corners and stuff because a lot of the indoor segments throughout the game are repeating, and then you spend the last few missions like backtracking a bunch. But I mean, there are segments out there that it's just the level design is unparalleled, and you still don't see stuff like that in modern games today, which I really, really enjoy. Another shout out to an upcoming game, which is Horizon's Frozen Wilds DLC.
Cannot wait.
Which I'm very excited for. I think it comes out next week.
Yeah, it does, November 7th.
Yeah, that's the same day we'll be seeing Listener.
Yep. And then I'll be leaving for Texas for 3 days, so
I'm really excited for that. Also, honorable mention to all of the winter segments from Assassin's Creed 3. I really
literally, I was thinking, that's what I started something earlier, and I was thinking Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Because there's so many good winter segments in that game.
Oh, yeah. Which is really funny because trying to run through the snow in that game is the worst thing in the world. But when you get up in the trees and everything's covered in snow and it's all so quiet and it's awesome. What a great game.
Do you remember Lost Planet, though? I mentioned it earlier.
It's Lost Planet? I never played it. I do know what it is.
It's like a third-person, like, survival shooter.
Yeah.
But this whole mechanic where you stay in the cold for too long, you'll, like, die pretty much.
I'm into that. Here's another good one for you. Is, even though you haven't played it, is Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second one. It's got a lot of winter segments in it, and they're all great.
Captain America winter segment.
Captain America winter segment. But it's also got a survival mode, which does the same thing, where if you're in extreme cold for too long, you start losing health and die, which I'm really, really into. And there are a few mechanics that were built specifically for that survival mode, like hunger and heat and like the weather effects and that sort of thing, that are super, super fun. I almost like playing that just as much as the actual story of the game, which is really, really cool. There was the opening segment of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where you're climbing up the side of the mountain and you're sneaking through the snow, and then after a while you plant the bomb, you get caught, and then you got to escape on a snowmobile, and it's awesome. Did you play Modern Warfare 2?
No.
You have no idea what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Okay. It's a cool part. It's a great way to start the game. It was awesome.
In recent memory, episode Prompto from Final Fantasy 15
was surprisingly good.
That was good. You snowmobiled like the whole time, and it was awesome.
That was really cool.
So this is my final thought on snowy things.
Yeah.
And it's not in video games.
Ooh.
But I had a thought to... I'm going to make you watch this when we're done before we do anything else tonight, is if you ever want to see one of the most gorgeous pieces of animation ever made, the greatest animated sword fight of all time, and one of the greatest animated fights of all time, there's a little-known movie called Sword of the Stranger.
Interesting.
It's an incredible movie. Not a lot of dialogue. It's very much so follows this, like, more or less like silent samurai who's hired to protect this child.
Very Mad Max.
And there's this final fight that takes place in this like snowy temple, and it is the way they animate it with both like the choreography, the use of the environment, and the way that snow actually plays a role in the fight. Is just, it's magnificent. It's beautiful. Watch the whole movie if you get a chance. That being said, I'm gonna make you watch the fight when we're done because it's
I'm into it.
Like a 2-minute long thing.
I just like samurai stuff in general. You remember like Onimusha and freaking Bushido Blade?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm really, really excited for the new Sucker Punch game. Ghost of Tsushima, I think it's called.
Ghost of Tsushima looks amazing.
Which, I love Sly Cooper. I love Infamous. There's no way this game's not going to be good.
Well, we can hope.
It is going to be, speaking of, it is going to be an open world game.
I like it
because that's what they're good at. Infamous are good games. You should play them.
Yeah. No, I have Second Son from PlayStation Plus.
Plus, yeah. I just finished playing through it again.
That being said, the next on my open world list of games to play right now is Yakuza 0.
Ooh.
It's been creeping up my list for a while now, and it's...
Do you own Yakuza 0? Are you going to buy it?
No, I'm going to buy it soon.
After Horizon, I got open worlded out.
Well, the same. That's why I haven't played one since Horizon.
Every game's open world nowadays. I kind of, and it's like, I guess I don't have a huge problem with it, but I mean, growing up, always sort of being entrenched in video game culture. Back in the day, like staple AAA games were all like linear story-based games, and that's just not how it is anymore.
Even Final Fantasy went open world. Like if you think about
Final Fantasy, I was playing that at the same time too. That might have.
I went 15 right into Horizon.
I was playing both at the same time because I got to the point where I was bored in 15. I was trying to force myself to play through it anyway, 15. And then I was like, I just want to play Horizon, so I played Horizon.
I'm in a really, really small minority that would put 15 as my game of the year for 2016.
You are in a very small minority.
I think it's the best game that came out last year.
Did it come out last year?
It came out in November of last year.
Did it really? Holy crap!
It literally came out It literally came out like 2 months before Horizon.
Yeah, I had it pegged as this year, like early this year.
No, November, because I got it. I got it right before my birthday last year.
You know what I realized did come out this year was Resident Evil 7, and I was like, oh, they didn't come out last year. It came out February this year.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. What a great game.
It's going to make picking out some Game of the Year awards a little
There's so many good games this year. It's unbelievable.
Which leads me to my topic, which isn't a topic, it's an announcement.
Ooh.
Of just some plans that we have coming up for the future.
Yeah,
we got a lot of cool programming planned.
How much are we saying?
I'll just say some stuff,
Sweet.
And then you can kind of say any of your thoughts on those stuff.
I'll say some stuff.
This is to those of you who are watching this, might want to be interactive. Tweet at us with suggestions for different things that you thought were phenomenal this year in gaming.
Yep.
Whether it be great graphics, great gameplay, great game overall, any great soundtrack. Just shoot us ideas of different things you enjoyed in gaming, and also things you thought were awful. Both of those things.
Yes, we want both extremes.
We're kind of building a little library there. So you can probably guess a little bit idea what we're doing. We're not going to share just yet. We're going to wait a little while longer. Maybe after Star Wars, we'll say some stuff. We have Star Wars month coming up.
We do have Star Wars month coming up.
12 Days of Star Wars, I've been calling it, which is not
true at all.
That's what I've been calling it.
It's really like a month-long thing of Star Wars. I think we're probably going to keep it similar to Spook Point, and we're going to do 4 weeks of Star Wars games.
Well, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if
what I think is I want to come up with some sort of name for it, because like all of the media like leading up to The Last Jedi, for instance, has been to. That just stopped me dead in my tracks. Holy shit.
I'm a riot. 10 out of 10.
What the hell was I just saying? I don't remember.
Something about Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's all of the media that Disney has released, like that are like leading into the story of The Last Jedi. It's called The Road to The Last Jedi, which they also did for The Force Awakens, which I really liked. And I wanted to do something similar. I wanted to call it Road to The Last Jedi. I was like, I don't want Disney to come slamming down on us for that.
Copyright.
Yeah.
Which you guys couldn't see Chris did in the last video because the webcam footage wasn't there, but he did this and yelled copyright.
I did, that's true.
You hear him yell it, but just imagine him just doing this.
Yeah, we had some webcam problems.
It happens.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, you know, either way, we're going to be doing all Star Wars content from the time that Battlefront releases,
which is in a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks,
14th, I think.
I'll be in Texas.
Right. 17th.
17th is the official release date.
14th is for if you pre-ordered, which I did.
Nerds like you,
pre-ordered the deluxe edition, which I did.
I haven't pre-ordered yet.
I'm excited about it. It's because you're gonna be gone when it.
Yeah, I was gonna get the deluxe edition, then I realized I would literally come back the day the actual game comes out, and it would be a waste of like the extra money for the deluxe edition.
Also, that's the same day that Fit for King is playing in town, and I'm super, super torn. It's November 14th.
Ooh.
They're one of my favorite bands. Opening? Phineas and like Moths to Flames.
That's an amazing show.
Yeah, it is.
Is that on the 14th?
Yeah.
I'm still here on the 14th.
That's Park Street, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm gone on the 14th. I lied to you. I'm in Philadelphia that day.
Dang it! I'm going either way. Look, I gotta see my boys. I know a couple of guys in Fit for King.
Ryan Kirby.
What was I just saying? Again, what was I just saying?
I don't know.
Crap.
Well, while you're thinking,
we are going to be doing all Star stuff from essentially November 14th, basically to December 14th. I think is when Last Jedi comes out,
something like that.
So we're gonna do a solid month full of Star Wars stuff. We're gonna get kind of retro with it because now that we have access to an Xbox 360, there are a bunch of games that we can play on that, which I'm very much looking forward to because. What we're using them for access to original Xbox games, which had some of the best Star Wars games. So be looking forward to stuff. Should I say? I don't care.
We can't play Republic Commando because it's not backwards compatible.
We can. I own an original Xbox. It's not HDMI, which means that the quality might be less good because we'll have to use a bunch of adapters, which is why I was trying to get it to work on the 360. But I mean, we're gonna be we're gonna do Battlefront 2 first.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, Jedi Knight, of course. 2 specifically, Outcast because it's the best one. Sorry, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
Well, you're not wrong.
We're gonna play Republic Commando, which I'm excited about that one as well. I would like to do Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't know how we can squeeze that into a 15-minute video.
I don't think it's humanly possible.
So unfortunately, we're not going to do Knights of the Old Republic.
But we might do some other Knights of the Old Republic content, you patrons.
Which, do we want to talk about that now, or do we want to do that later?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
We'll keep some secrets.
We've got some exciting stuff
Santa,
coming.
Like shove them back in our bag and ho, and be on our way.
That's not a reference that
I was just talking about Santa. I was not a reference.
No, it's just Either way, yeah, we got some exciting stuff coming in the next couple of months. We're doing a lot with new programming.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be boosting the amount of videos we're making as well.
3 a week.
3 a week. Oh my
Not
goodness.
Soon. That'll be in like January.
We're also going to have. That's soon, dude. It's November. It's November. We're going to start shooting a lot of that stuff soon too. Not like that. We are also in that time frame. Basically, to lay it out for you guys, here's what we're thinking about, and I'm not going to give details, but I did want to say that. At the beginning of next year, we're going to be undergoing sort of a soft reboot, where we've got a bunch of ideas for new programming and extra production stuff that we're going to do, stuff that you guys won't ever see, but it's stuff that we'll have to work with. And in addition to a new upload schedule and amount of videos that we're doing, because I think we've really sort of found our groove. I think we're pretty entertaining. I'm a little biased.
I'm hilarious.
He's okay. And we're going to start doing some newer stuff.
Yeah.
The podcast and the gameplays are not going away.
But
we're gonna have lots of new stuff in there.
Some patron specific stuff.
What we hope to be a higher production quality, if only marginally at first. But I mean, as we do this, we get better and better, and I see improvement with every video that we put out. And I mean, we both understand that the only way that we get better at this is by doing it repeatedly over and over again, and with time. And we think that in January we're pretty happy with the stuff that we're doing right now, that we can start branching out to do newer stuff to then start improving in these sorts of things as we improve all that, and I'm excited about that. But yeah, we're gonna have some new stuff weekly. Yeah. We're gonna have some Patreon exclusive things. So if you want to get some really really cool stuff that we've been working on, that'll be locked behind Patreon. It's not gonna be a lot. We're talking like $1.
Yeah, the $1's like the minimum.
Literally $1, and you get access to the Patreon exclusive things. I can promise you,
every single one of you watching this can afford $1 a month.
Yeah, $1 a month, and then you get some kick-ass new content that we've been working on, and I think is going to be really really cool. It's going to be a lot of it too. There's going to be a lot of Patreon. One series in particular is going to be a long form video series.
Kind of like my Bloodborne series.
So you're going to have plenty to listen to and do, like it'll and this is sort of the vibe I'm going for. I think with this particular series, it's perfect to throw on in the background and just listen to while you do other things, or grab a snack and sit down and just watch something for like an hour.
Which, if you're doing stuff and you want something to listen to, my Bloodborne series with Caleb, who's not here right now, but Caleb is the homie. Him and I did Bloodborne together. It's a lot of fun.
When's the next one, Sam?
We've been on hiatus for a really long time because of my travel schedule.
You put 2 up real fast, and
it's been like a month.
Nothing.
Hopefully here in the next couple of weeks. It's just Caleb and I's schedules are very different. So working out times to do that together are not easy, but hopefully keep an eye out in the near future. Hopefully Caleb and I can get one recorded soon and put up soon. But yeah.
It's understandable with the amount that you've been traveling for work and stuff.
Yeah, that happens.
Which is also why we're waiting so long to activate all this new program. And that also gives us time to sort of test it out and bang out some of the early stuff. So you don't have to necessarily see the awkward stuff at first.
There'll be a lot of awkward.
A lot of banging, too.
Hot.
Banging out the awkward things,
dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we've carried this on for a while long enough. This will just lead me into saying, we have a Patreon. We talked about it a bunch. Links below. We have social media, Twitter, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Links below. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, subscribe.
As always, if you like what we do and want to see us get better and improve our production quality, we can only do that with your help through Patreon. Like I said, just $1 is fine. We've got around 40 people that watch this regularly, and if we were getting $40 a month, we'd be able to improve our production quality vastly.
Yes.
In addition to that, sharing these things is super, super important to us growing and making this better.
Arguably more important than giving us money.
But please still do that.
Is sharing this on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you use.
Is really, and this is something that I've been listening to a bunch of self-help stuff, not necessarily right, but almost like essentially like growing your business type of stuff. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I've been listening to a lot of people talk about how they grew the channels and communities that we have, and specifically we're trying to not only build this channel but the community around it. That's really what we want more than that. And in order to do that, we have to reach the right people. We have to get out to these people, and we can't do that without your help. And it's so weird because I mean I listen to Well, I really don't. But I mean, when you listen to the radio and you hear them begging, you know, for donations and to share these things, I always go, eh. And I'll be honest, I listen to it and they go no, and like change the channel. But now that I'm on this side of it, I realize, wow, this stuff actually does matter. It's not just something that they have to say or do that sort of thing. And so by donating even $1 a month will be huge for the things that we'll be able to accomplish with that. And then sharing this and getting this in front of the people that are very into this content will be, you know, just wonderful. And we really want to be able to interact with you guys more. And that's the sort of thing that we're working on right now. We're basically restructuring everything, and all of that's going to come to a head in January when we do our sort of top reboot thing. But we're getting better. We're learning as we go. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching this and talking with us and enjoying this. We have a great time doing this, and we're not stopping anytime soon.
Nope. Unless I die.
And even then, I'll keep doing it. I don't care. It's fine. I'll put like a cardboard cutout of him over there, and I'll just talk to it.
All the stuff's in your apartment, so I guess have fun paying the other half of the rent that I pay.
I won't. I'll just have to break the lease.
I think if I die, like, it's not your fault if you break a lease. Like, maybe, I don't know how that works.
There's got to be some sort of clause for that, right? I didn't read the contract very well. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't see a death clause.
Is that the opposite of Santa Claus? Dang it, Sam! That was my joke. Suck it. I just imagine him in like white and red instead of red and white, and he's got like bombs in his bag instead of toys.